Okay. Cozy cat time. Okay, so what I need to figure out here is the minimum Okay. This might be good. Just in-ear headphones. I like that. Be good to have some zero latency wireless ones actually. Wireless monitors or something. I wonder how much they cost. Have a look. In-ear wireless monitors. Holy crap balls, that's expensive. Jeepers. That is wild. I don't need expensive ones though. I just want zero latency. Low latency in-ear monitors. Wireless in-ear monitor system, low latency, rechargeable. This is cool though. Want something something local. Make any headphones low latency wireless. I mean, I could do this already actually because I've already got wireless transmitters and stuff. I could totally do that right now. Use this little receiver. No batteries. Could be easily fixed. I don't know why I've never thought of doing this before. And then use the transmitter. I wish I could plug these in, but probably another project actually. Make a plug-in battery slider which emulates battery. What is this, like 3 volts? Okay, so now I need a 3.5 to 3.5 which I'm pretty sure I have, which is built for these. Like, maybe not built for that one. Really? Oh no, there we go. It is. Alright, turn that on. Turn on me receiver. Hopefully not too loud, blow my eardrums out. Oh, crikey. Wait, why am I on the menu? Microphone, this is channel B. Group A settings. Oh, it is working. It just, oh, that does not sound good at all. Output mode mono. Group B channel 7. Oh, why does this sound so awful? Oh, it's because it's on mono mode, so is it only coming through one? Hello? Two? No. Okay. Mono. Auto scan. Auto scan. Scanning. Channel 7? Yes. Okay. How the heck do I adjust the volume? Output mode. Stereo. No, I want mono because... Oh, it might be because there's a stereo output into the mono mic receiver. It's overloading the input. Okay, so... Yabba. Group A settings. Power off. Power off done. Volume. Okay, let's crank this up. Whoa, that doesn't work. Okay, check. Right, mic sensitivity. We're going to turn this up. Hello, 1, 2. No, that's... Okay, this really isn't working. I do have another set. Do have another set of wireless mics. Yeah, super easy, right? You just have to have a set of professional wireless mics lying around. Weird flex, but okay. Dual channel lapel mic set. Boya. So that's channel, we'll go channel A. I think I had that round the wrong way. Am I an idiot? No, No, I didn't have it around that way. And yes, I probably am an idiot, but that's a different story. Okay, we'll chuck that in there. Turn that on. Channel 8. And then get the receiver set up. The heck? Turn that on. Plug in my headphones. Holy moly, that's turned like, volume's turned like right up. Scary. How about we turn that right down? Restart. Okay. Now I have a .5 to 3.5. Ah, line. This one has a line in. This should work better. Okay. All right. Honestly, they're pretty cheap though. They're a hell of a lot cheaper than channel A is not receiving apparently. Oh, is that way? Is that the no? Is that to unlock? Channel A in. Ah. Okay, that really hurt my ears. That was super loud. Holy moly. Oh, that was unpleasant. It was really unpleasant. Okay. Okay, so I can't have these up too loud, otherwise I get feedback. But this actually works kind of well. Amazing. Very cool, very cool. I have wireless, zero latency in-ear monitors. Sweet. I mean, to be honest, it's not the greatest. Not the greatest, setup ever. But it'll do. Pretty tinny, and that might just be these headphones. I could definitely... Hey, Space Cowboy. What's up, dude? I assume dude, because you got a boy in your name, but you know. How's things? What are you up to? Sorry, I was just messing around. I'm not even doing what I'm supposed to be doing on stream right now. I'm trying to get some in-ear monitors going, which I just have, using repurposing some wireless microphone stuff. Nice, that way I don't have to worry about continually pulling out the headphone cable all the time. which I do a lot. Doing all right, man. You seem chill. Thanks. Yeah, I'm feeling pretty chill, to be honest. So, you a big Radiohead fan? Yeah, you could. Yeah, I am. I'm not like a you get those. You get people who are just like, you're a fan, but then there's fans. I'm not quite at that level, but I love Radiohead a lot. You like Radiohead? It's okay. Yeah. I mean, the thing about Radiohead, right? They've spanned over their career so many different genres and stuff. Yet they get memed on for some reason. Yeah, I mean, look, let's be honest. Tom York, love the guy, creative dude. A little bit weird sometimes, no judgment, but he is. But that's that creative spark and genius that some of these guys have, right? They mad geniuses, but it's awesome. I saw Tom York. I got this hoodie from one of his gigs recently that I went to. It was his solo stuff, and his solo stuff, honestly, I never really rated it, that much, like listening to it on Spotify or an album or something. But live, man, it was mind-blowingly good. It was incredible. Just him up there on stage, just like fully commanding the place, and just I'm a total nerd, so like all his gear and everything was just it was so good, and he was just running all the stuff by himself on stage. It was incredible. Yeah, so that was an experience. Anyway, thanks for dropping in and saying hey. I don't know if what I'm doing is interesting at all, but just streaming it anyway, because you never know. Someone might like what I'm doing. I'm building a teleprompter, in case you can't tell. Of all things to build, yeah, just randomly building a teleprompter. All good. So what am I even up to? Who knows, maybe you'd use this yourself. Didn't know there was an open source teleprompter. Well, as far as I know, there really isn't. I mean, you can search around, right? So like, let's have a look. Thingiverse, for example. Let's go there. Have a look, and we'll go oh my god. Okay, turn all these off. Allow selection. We'll go teleprompter. Right? And there you go. There's a bunch. Okay. Now I'm a little biased. Okay, this one looks all right. It looks like a good little design. All the parts you need. That one looks pretty cool. Oh no, well, I mean, there is, and there will be an open source teleprompter. This that I'm building now, I'm calling it TelePunk, and I'm calling these things, and I'm basing it off this design here. Like I'm not stealing the design. I'm inspired by this design, right? Okay, so let's get that out there first. But this is a nice one, but I want to build. Yeah, so I'm making the thing. So I'm currently in FreeCAD, doing the hardware side of things. This is like maybe I'm getting to the halfway mark of the hardware. Like, this is all just kind of mocking together the blocks. So this isn't the final design. Like, what I've got to do still is I've got to go in here and I've got to like cut out channels. I've got to like lighten it up. I've got to make all the fastenings and fittings and everything that make it all hold together, make these pipe clamps screw in and all that sort of stuff. So but yeah, it's good. I've had I bought, like, years ago when I wanted to do some videos and stuff, I bought a piece of teleprompter glass, and I have no idea how much that costs now, but I also want to find out, as part of this project, I want to make it like really accessible to everyone. So I want to find out a nice way to make your own. I mean, teleprompter glass is very specialized, but as always, there is usually a cheaper alternative that does like 90% of the job. And I want to figure that out as well. But you can buy like teleprompter glass from like AliExpress and stuff for like 20 bucks. Beam splitter glass, and it's pretty good. So yeah, it's one of those things that either you order it yourself, or if you're impatient, you can probably make it yourself quite easy. And you've never experimented with CAD? Is it hard to learn? I mean, have you ever done anything with 3D stuff, 3D modeling, or like using, what's that one that Google, was it, there's like Sketch 3D, SketchUp, that's it, SketchUp, Sketchfab, and all that sort of stuff. No 3D modeling experience, yeah. Okay, well, I mean, look, it's not impossible to learn, but it's like anything, right? You're going to feel pretty overwhelmed at the start. But I tell you what, like FreeCAD, okay, see this version, you probably can't, oh yeah, maybe version 1.0, all right, this came out like end of last year or something. It was yeah, it's finally reached a kind of mature stage where you can use it for pretty good stuff. It takes a bit of getting used to, but there's some incredible tutorials. Like I'll show you one here if you want to follow this guy. If you want to learn FreeCAD, if you want it, okay. Do you know the, sorry, I'm going on a rant here. Do you know the difference between 3D modeling and Blender and CAD, 3D CAD? Because they are very different beasts, very different. All right, so if you want to learn FreeCAD, this is the channel. This is the channel you want to go to. It's incredible. Like this will teach you from the ground up, and it'll give you the best start. If you want Blender, this guy is unmatched. Blender Guru. He is so good, and some of his earlier stuff is all real basic, like Blender beginner tutorial, and he keeps it up to date, like 8 months. Blender is updated so often. Yeah, so check those guys out, like seriously. There is a lot of content out there for Blender and FreeCAD, but I rate these two guys at the top, definitely. I learn everything I know about them, which is nothing, off those two guys. Basically, that's where I started, and yeah, there's still some of the best tutorials I've seen. And I mean, God, like Blender is just insanely good. It is incredible, and not just 3D modeling, but at compositing and everything now as well. There is never a shortage of things to learn. Makes your head spin sometimes. You don't know where to start trying to figure out how to split your time, dude. Oh man, that is so relatable. You are speaking my language 100%. That is me. That is why I called this channel and my current project The Mess, because that's me. You should see my freaking garage. I am into so many different things. I always have been. In fact, 2 years ago, diagnosed with ADHD, which I'm now treated for, and that has been pretty life-changing. And you know what? Like, I use Obsidian for like taking my notes and personal note management and all that sort of stuff. And I've now like got things pretty well organized, and I've got like a I've got some goals, and I think I'm a huge fan of project-based learning. So like if you're going into something and you're just going to read the manual from cover to cover, I don't personally think that's the best way to learn. You know, I think there is a time and a place for that. I think you do have to read the manual at some point, but there's a time where you have to stop and actually get something done, and you actually have to apply that knowledge. You know, applied knowledge is real knowledge. That's my motto. So what I'm doing now is, like, one of my plans is I do want to make a few videos, like even talking about this stuff, just to camera, just like, I'm 41, right? So I'm not super life experienced, but I am life experienced, and I want to share some stuff that I've learned. If anyone relates to that, great, perfect. So one way that's going to help keep me on track in these videos is having a teleprompter. So I built a crappy one years ago, but now I want to upgrade it, and I want to make it open sourced and free for everyone to use. But it's going to help me as well. So this project involves CAD, it involves design. I'm going to build some software for it as well, which runs on a mobile app. Oh, thanks, Space Cowboy, I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Yeah, I mean, this, I do appreciate that follow, and I hope I can. I mean, my whole, like, project in the end is education, right? So streaming is kind of, I like streaming and I love watching streamers, and I have streamed before. I used to have a gaming channel, which actually started doing all right. But it didn't, I felt like there was a lot of pressure, and I felt like I was wasting my time. And I love gaming, but it's for me, and it started to stress me out, and I started to not enjoy gaming by streaming it. This stuff here is my passion. Like my day job, I'm a programmer. That's what I do, software engineer. And I program after hours as well because I love it so much. There are enough gaming channels on here, in your opinion? Yeah, I feel I admire people who, I mean, there are still people making it, right? And there's definitely a place for gaming channels. Like probably what I watch a lot of the time. I love it. And but yeah, I agree. And I'm not doing this for the follows. So if I get a follow, I appreciate it. So thank you very much. Particularly the faceless ones. Yeah, and there's this and you know, a big trend towards digital avatars as well now as well. Yeah, so so I mean, again, I'm not streaming for the fame or fortune or anything like that. Just if somebody comes along like yourself and we can have a chat and hang out, and maybe even somebody learns something along the way, that's really cool. And this channel was brand new, like it's seriously only been around, like it's super brand new. So I don't know how many streams I've done, maybe 5 to 10 VTubers. Yeah, that's the word. Yeah, I think I actually get it, you know, like I get some of the VTuber stuff. I do, and each to their own, you know. But for me, nah, not so much. I like raw, pretty basic streams. Good bit of comedy where there's a community as well. Community is really important. Like a community you can get involved in. Yeah, that's me anyway. So the one thing I've got to do, and maybe you can tell, to get better at with streaming, is being able to do my project stuff at the same time as talking, especially at this early stage, because when somebody comes in, it's like, oh, there's somebody here, like all my attention goes to you. So that's a nice thing about small channels sometimes. But I do need to make sure I also learn how I can keep myself on track and actually keep building the thing as well. So yeah, no, thanks again. So what am I up to anyway on this? So at the moment, so this is my full assembly of the teleprompter that I've got so far. So what we can do in assembly in FreeCAD is we can actually like play around with the joints, and we can see how things move together. So like I can put limits on this, so we can slide this up together. I've defined a joint here, which is a linear joint, and it has a maximum and a minimum. So I can see how that moves. And also I've got another one for the tablet mount here, where we can resize this for different size tablets and phones. Now at the moment this isn't quite right because it comes off the end, but I want to do some resizing and stuff on this because yeah, at the moment it's not quite right. I want this compatible with phones as well. So I was thinking of actually making a second plate, like a shorter plate that can go right in close for phones. So that's just another one you print if you want it. It'll be like half height. So yeah, I still have to do that yet, but that's okay. So this front part in general is actually looking pretty much exactly how I want it. The part that I'm up to now is this back area, which is the place where the camera will be mounted. So similar to this, I want to be able to lift the camera up and down. I also need to allow for the fact I want to use my Osmo mobile, which this little bad boy, which is quite high. I think 140 mil high from the base there, so it's quite a lot higher than a normal camera. So I've got to think of how to do that as well. Yeah, these will be the cameras you keep seeing streamers use. They are honestly superb. It can track you. Yep. So let me show you. Here we go again. I'm getting distracted again, but so basically, if I set this up in webcam mode, which I should have done already because I usually use this. So we go continue last live stream. Okay, so my phone, it's pretty cool. It's DJI. Yep, DJI Osmo mobile, sorry, Osmo Pocket 3. That's what it is. So I'm a total tech nerd, and I used to be a videographer. I used to work for a professional video production company. I'm a bit of a video geek as well. You're getting gear right now. Oh, what do you want to do? What's your thing? Are you getting into videography work? I've got a question for you after this, actually. Be bothered typing. You're an aspiring videographer. Oh, nice! Congratulations. It's great. It's fun. Like, I don't know what sort of thing you're looking at doing. I did all sorts. I did some weddings to start off, just freelancing. Weddings pay. Your first targeted niche is real estate. That's smart. Seriously? Oh my God, that's really, go for it. Go for it, 100%. And you know what? Osmo Mobile, perfect camera for walkthroughs. Perfect camera for walkthroughs. It is incredible quality, ridiculously portable and light. And yeah, oh man, if I had this, yeah, if I had the mobile when I was in the game, it would have been so much easier. We had these massive, what was it called? The DJI Ronin. It was this huge like frame stabilizer, and that could, like, the cool thing about it is it could carry like cinema cameras, so it could carry like these big Blackmagic Ursa 4 8K cameras and stuff. It was awesome. You just bought a Ronin S4. Nice. I haven't kept up with some of their gimbal stuff because I don't need it anymore, because I don't use big cameras anymore. I've got a Sony A6000 for my face cam, and I've got an A6400 behind me with some nice lenses, and that can actually do really nice 4K video as well. And I've got the Osmo Mobile. So what am I doing? Starting live stream. Stream in progress. Okay, so here we go. Right. So if I go mobile, there we are. Okay, so this is active track. I haven't got it. I've got it on like sport mode, so it like does this. It's on this weird like setting at the moment, so it's not quite as quick as usual. But like, yeah, I can move the camera around like this, right? I don't even need to look at it. No worries. It just tracks me beautifully. It's pretty cool. I can tilt it up, I can tilt it down. Bring it in. Go further out. I've got the wide angle lens on it at the moment, so take that off. You get this nice, more kind of regular view, and you can actually go even further. Like, you can zoom in, and they've got this thing called 40mm mode, which gives you a really nice you know, natural 35-50mm kind of lens look, which is really cool. Hang on, I'll flick this around. There's my A6400 in there. DJI drone as well, a bit of a DJI fanboy, can't tell. And yeah, and then I got my little, oh, that's way overexposed. Need to clean my lens. A6400 up there. And the rest of me set up. So, yeah, there you go. But it's pretty cool how you can use the Mini 4 Pro. Oh my god, I want one of those so badly. I have shied away from it because I've got the Air 2, which is a good drone, but I just don't use it enough to warrant buying another drone. But the Mini 4 Pro, what's it like? Have you used it much yet? It looks incredible. And this spam bot, I'm gonna get out of there. Go away, you banned. Get out of here, bot. Get out of it. Okay. Telling me I need more viewers. Viewers will come if I make the content that people like. Yeah. So I've heard nothing but good things about the Mini 4 Pro. Short flight time. You got to get your part 107. Okay. So, you know how I said I was a videographer? I was also a pilot. So that was actually my main job. So I trained out of school. I didn't know what the heck I was doing with my life. So I always liked airplanes. I was like, oh, why not become a pilot? So I did that, and I was a flight instructor for like 12 years, and did a little bit of commercial flying as well. But with that, it was pretty cool, because that's actually how I got my videography job. Is that there was a local company that needed a drone pilot, because drones were becoming a big thing at the time, right? And all these drone shots. And what do you think the biggest market for drone shots Yeah, I'm a freaking Da Vinci. No, I'm not, but it's like the biggest market for drone shots was real estate. That and tourism. We did a lot of tourism videos, and I tell you what, tourism videos, if you find a tourism place, that needs a video done, they're really enthusiastic about it. They can be some fantastic first sort of what's the word, portfolio jobs, is doing some tourism videos. You wish you would have gotten into the drone game at least 5 years ago. Look, I wish I would have gotten into music more 10 years ago. I wish I'm not insulting you here, by the way, like, don't take this the wrong way. Like, I wish I got into I wish I kept studying computer science when I started it, you know, and didn't go do this pilot thing, because now I had a massive student loan that I had to pay off. But you know what, like, I'm here now and I'm enjoying what I'm doing, and I don't think you're too late for the drone game at all. I think there's always people who are going to need videos. There's AI. What do you think about AI? Like, I use AI every day for programming, but like, you read every day that AI is going to take our jobs, and that's the same for videography. I mean, you see some of this crazy stuff in you look at some of Sora's videos, right? And it can create this like fly-throughs of westerns and toucans in a tree, or whatever the heck these birds are, right? This kind of thing, which honestly does look pretty. If you look, I love looking at some of the AI stuff close up, because you see where it's glitching out. It's great. But yeah, but I personally think that I personally believe that while AI can do this incredible stuff, us as humans, we have intrinsically a desire to create. We have a desire to produce something with our own hands. As long as we are flesh and blood beings, we will always have that. To hold a pen and draw on a piece of paper, you know, will always be a drive for us. It will always be a drive for us. And I think what AI is going to do, and what I hope it does, is augment that. It's going to help our creativity. It's going to spur our creativity along. And for me, with programming, it takes away a lot of the grunt work. It takes away a lot of the repetitive typing that I have to do. And it's really good at writing documentation for me, which I hate. So I love that. And I can guide it along. You're interested in its creative capabilities, even though people often poo-poo it. Yeah, I'm totally with you. The possibilities are really cool. Yeah, I'm 100% on board with that, and I agree. You bought a 3090 so you could do local generations. Have you tried this? Olama? So let me try. Oh, I'm really getting nothing done here on this, but this is an interesting conversation. So, Olama show, Olama list. Okay, so I've got this Quen model. It's this like little coder model. So, only one usage of each socket address. Really? Ollama run Quen, I guess it's like Mariasoft / Quen 2.5 coder C-line latest. Is that how you do it? Okay, this is probably going to kill my stream, actually. I just realized. You're trying to learn your new gear. It's a lot. I get it. I hear you. I hear you. And the thing about gear is when you're doing videography, you need to know it inside out, because in that moment, and you need to know how to configure it in a pinch, and you need to know where every button is. You need to know. You just do. So we go, hi Quen. Tell me what you can do. Hello, I'm Quen, a pre-trained language model developed by Alibaba Cloud. I can help with a variety of tasks, including but not limited to answering questions, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so this is Ollama running on my machine right now. It's honestly, they've made it so easy. So easy. I can probably see, that's the kind of thing I could do a video on. Like, we've had this conversation, I could just make a quick video on how to install Ollama, but it's so easy. Oh my gosh, like it is now. Ollama. So you go to Ollama and you go download. It's ChatGPT. You can run local pretty much, but it's not just that, because there are actually, it's got its own API as well. So in like Visual Studio Code or something, if I bring up one of my projects, I'll just bring up TelePunk. Okay, so if I bring up one of my projects, I don't think I have it installed at the moment, but there's like there's an extension called C-line. Okay, autonomous coding agent right in your IDE, right? C-line can use Ollama. So the coding, you can run your own, instead of having to use OpenAI or Anthropic and paying for those services. You can use your own locally running LLM, and some of them, like this, like Quen, is trained specifically more for programming. It's optimized for programming tasks. I don't remember how to quit. Bye. There we go. So, yeah. And I mean, as you can tell, I get kind of excited about this stuff. Like I'm a real nerd, so I love it. I just love talking about it, and I love. I'm a bit all over the place as well. Again, if you can't tell. So, but slowly I try and bring these things together and make magic out of mess, which is my kind of my I don't know, catchphrase for the channel, I guess. In order to make magic, you actually have to do something, though. So you actually got to, do some stuff in 3D. So the big difference about like Blender and FreeCAD is FreeCAD is what they call a parametric modeler. So basically, it's made out of like robust and very accurate geometrical shapes that are defined very specifically with very specific measurements and a very specific time-based workflow. So you build stuff up from primitive shapes, but it's very much like built for mechanical engineering and tight tolerances and stuff like that. So you can be as tight or as loose as you want basically with it. Whereas Blender can, to a degree, do CAD, but just fundamentally under the hood, the way these things are the way these things are programmed are fundamentally different. So parametric modeling requires floating point precision. Like, it requires incredible accuracy down to the like microns and stuff like that, so thousandths of a millimeter. Whereas Blender is less about that, and so you get some floating point inaccuracy. So you'll put something in and you go, I want this at 100.12 millimeters from the origin, and then you'll go back to it and it's like 100.199999999 or something like that, and things drift out of place and they're just not quite right, because it's not built for that. It's built for modeling. It's built for 3D modeling. It's built for non-rational surfaces, so crazy curves, and it's built for animation. It's built for deforming shapes. Yeah, so they're very, very different use cases. They can cross over to a degree, but generally speaking, yeah, you want to stick to their strengths for their purposes. And being a videographer, Blender has an amazing compositing suite now as well. Yeah, it's wild. Like, you can do full-on video compositing. Geez, I'm going on a rant here. A rant. Do you know, I mean, do you use DaVinci Resolve? The AI is cool though. You're interested in classical painting, but I don't have any talent like that. But I was able to create a very subtle and intriguing portrait of yourself in armor in the style of Rembrandt. That's awesome. That's super cool. People will think you just plug in anything to AI and get gold every time. Nope. Yeah, no, absolutely not. And that's the thing. I mean, there is still an element of luck with it sometimes as well. Like, but it is definitely a rubbish in, rubbish out. Some people poo-poo it, like with the text generation, and say it's just next token prediction. But it's so far beyond that now that is just not a truth anymore. But it's still not true intelligence. I mean, I love musing over this sort of stuff, and like Ray Kurzweil, like the futurist who said we're approaching that singularity, you know. Use Premiere. Leave Adobe. There is a mass exodus from Adobe at the moment. I mean, I started on Adobe. I don't hate Adobe, but I just cannot, you simply cannot beat DaVinci Resolve's workflow. It is just, and the quality of the software. I don't know. I couldn't go back. I couldn't go back to Adobe now. I couldn't. I just got so used, and the color grading, as you say, the color grading in DaVinci is just divine. It is so good. It is so fun. There are some maddening random variations. Yeah, that's very true. And I mean, that's part of the nature of AI, right? It has to start off with some random seed. And there are some things you can do. There are some settings in AI, like, you know, temperature and what's it called? There's other parameters you can adjust, which make it more deterministic or more random. But they don't often expose those in things like ChatGPT and all that sort of stuff. There are some services that do, which run through OpenAI's API, so that gives you access to those things. But yeah, it's now, how am I going to do this camera play? I think I have an idea. I think I have an idea of how I'm going to do this. So what have we got here? This is the camera fore aft plate. So how have I built this? I've done a sketch. This is what I mean by parametric, right? So you can start with a primitive shape, or you can sketch some lines. Now these lines have to be well defined. You have to put measurements on them. You have to put constraints on every single line, so the software knows exactly where everything is. And it's kind of satisfying when the thing turns green and you get this fully constrained message. Yeah, it's and then out of that sketch you can do other things. So if I go through the workflow from that sketch, I then padded it out a certain distance. So I said extend that sketch out to make a solid of 70 millimeters, and then I applied a mirrored transformation because I wanted it to be exactly the same both sides, right? And now I have this solid I can work with. So I'm about to add to this. So the best thing to do in CAD is not to go and edit the original shape, because that can cause some problems down the track. Because imagine if you added an extra edge or an extra face to this. The software doesn't know necessarily how to keep a track of the original face, so it can mess up some things downstream. So I think what I'm going to do here, I think I'm going to create another sketch. So I'm going to go into Part Design Workbench. So you're an amateur classical pianist. Yeah, that too. No, I love music, and I've been playing piano since I was a little kid, since I was about 6 or 7 years old. It's always been a love of mine. I've never wanted to do it professionally. Though saying that, I've played in a covers band. I played in a covers band for like 10 years. We did weddings and corporate gigs and all that sort of stuff, which was really fun. Active body required. Okay, so yeah, I need to tell the software what body I'm working on. So, and I'm going to create this. I'll just have a look at where the planes are. Okay, so I'm going to create this on this plane here because I want it flush with this surface. So create it there. Now I think, how am I going to do this? I'll start simple. I'll just create I can see where I'm going to have some issues with this already. These design decisions are quite tough sometimes. Yeah, so I played, and I love classical piano. Like I love all music, but I don't know why classical piano just hits me. It's different. I don't know. Yeah, so I've learned some pretty awesome piano pieces over the years, which just purely for my own sake. Yeah, I love playing, you know, it's great. Now, I've got two choices. Like there's this design I was thinking of like having an arm which lifts up and with another plate on top, and I think that might even be the best way to do this. There's like there's like a scissor arm thing I could do, a scissor action. It's pretty complicated and difficult to print. A scissor jack kind of design. Oh boy. Okay. I'm just gonna be completely honest. This is a good thing. The way you talk and the questions you're asking and the stuff, like, you remind me a lot of myself in some ways. Since I was 20 years ago, I felt like it was too late. I have felt like it was too late my whole life. I felt like I have left it too late. I should have got into this earlier. I've always watched people around me, and being a pilot was one of the most sobering ones for me. because everyone who wanted to be a pilot wanted to be an airline pilot. It's all they wanted to do. They wanted to fly buses around the sky. And I didn't. I didn't want to do that. It sounded incredibly boring to me. I was like, I couldn't imagine myself sitting in a cockpit of a passenger airliner for 40 years of my life, flying the same routes over and over again. I couldn't do it. And I don't know, I felt a lot of like guilt and worry about that. I'm like, am I making the wrong decision? And so I procrastinated and I never felt good about the decision that I made at the time. And in the end, I did end up kind of getting bored of flying, but there was also medical, if any medical issues that come up can be quite difficult in the aviation business. I don't need a sketch for this part, actually. All I need to do is I need to create a additive box, and we can just position that appropriately. So so what am I trying to say to answer your question here? No, it's not too late. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I know how you feel. I understand why you're asking the question. I do. But yeah, as far as I'm concerned, the answer is no. And yeah, no, it isn't. It isn't too late. Well, like, okay, all right, proof. You want proof? When I was doing videography, we had an interview with a guy. He was, I don't even know how old he was, but he was like, maybe he was late 40s, right? He was late 40s. And he came in. We were looking for what were we looking for? A production assistant, right? So we were looking for a production assistant at the time. Just somebody to make phone calls, organize things and all that sort of stuff. And wrong way. It's the wrong way as well. Damn it. And so we ended up giving him a job. Turns out that he had done some stuff of his own. He had done a few video things, and over time, and he wasn't shoving it in our face. But we saw some of this stuff, and we were like, okay, that's kind of cool. And then we had a couple of days where somebody was sick, or maybe we had an extra, okay, this is a good one. We had an extra shoot that we got asked to do, but we didn't have anyone to do it. And it was quite simple. It was just what was it? We were on a retainer for somebody, and they needed something done at reasonably short notice. It wasn't anything super flash. It was just like some informational video. It was like a piece to camera, just basic as, just simple lighting, just key light, reflector, and use the window for a hair light. So backlit by a window, and we sent him out to do that, and there he was. He had a video job, and now he was part of the crew. He was part of the camera crew. So I think sometimes and it was nothing about age. I don't think we ever considered his age, and it's about who I don't know if you're sick of hearing this or what, and I hated believing this realization for a long time, that it honestly is about who you know. It's about networking, it's about talking to people, it's about being a good person. It is also about having a body of work and showing that you're passionate. And I think that so like, you're getting into the stuff, you're buying gear, if you can like it's form tool shapes box 18. Sorry, I'm just base X, Y. One transformed shape does not interact with support. That's weird. But yeah, if you can do that and get together a little bit of you can get together some stuff. Like I don't even think that's I don't even know if that's the main foot in the door. And video companies, yeah, a reel is good to have. Video companies are very they're quite guarded, and they have their own culture, and there's a reason for that. And getting your foot in the door can be tricky. But I would say, and I would put money on this, from every videographer I know, every stage technician I know, every sound engineer that I know, they love talking about their craft. They love geeking out over the gear. They love geeking out over the stuff in the business. They're geeks, they're nerds, they love it. And some people are a bit defensive, you know, some people are a bit like, oh, who's this guy? But I don't know. With a film crew as well, you got to be a good person. You just got to be a decent person to hang around, to be around. Because quite often, you know, you're working on set, like you often do 12-hour days plus. You've got stuff to shoot. You're just there. You're just getting it done. You're fully in it. You don't even realize it's 12 hours, but by the end of the day, you're absolutely knackered. But you wouldn't want to be doing anything else, kind of thing, you know? It's like, yeah, it's very rewarding. So I don't know if that, you've been around the block. Oh, I mean, I've often denied that because as I keep saying, the mess, like my life, I've often like felt like I didn't know what the heck I was doing at any one point in time. Felt like my life was a mess. Never felt settled. Never felt like I was in the right place at the right time. Turns out I really was. I just couldn't see it. And like, it's crazy. Like, I had to give up flying, and I kind of wanted to around the COVID time. And like, it's like, what the heck am I going to do, you know? And like, I knew how to program, but I didn't have a huge like show reel for my programming. I didn't have this doesn't look strong enough. Might need to make it a bit thicker, I think, actually. Yeah, I didn't have a lot to show, but what I did have was some people that I had met in the past, and one of them happened to be a guy who wrote some aviation software. Well, no, he didn't write it. He worked with an American guy to create some aviation management software. Now the software was aging. It was very, very old. And there was a big cry. Okay, why is it? Okay, I made that different, didn't I? There was a big cry for it to be. It was this old like enterprise, like Java. I don't know what it was. Windows.NET framework or something. I don't know. It was this old school Windows software, ran locally on a local server, but they needed to modernize it, get it onto the web. And I got told, yeah, no, I got like probably like maybe 3 months of work for you. You know, you can do 3 months of work. And I was like, yeah, I'll take it. I'll do it. Whatever it takes. And I'm still there 5 years later. because it turns out it was a lot more work. It was a lot more work than 3 months of work. And yeah, now the platform's thriving, but I'm ready to move on. I'm now ready to do something else. Okay, so we got this here. Now I'm going to create an arm for this. Yeah, but no, you can do it. You can do it, Space Cowboy. You can do it. Totally, absolutely. It's I don't know how to say this. You know, there's all these videos all over the internet about having this mental mindset and this like blah blah blah. Never related to me. Looking back, you're 10 years of pre-me. You're 30. I'm 41. I haven't been around that many more blocks than you. Trust me, 30 feels like yesterday. It does. And I still feel like I feel great. Like I feel honestly at 41 now with my brain the most sort of focused and happiest it's ever been. And I just feel great. Like I feel the best I've ever felt in my life. I feel healthier, more energetic, fitter than I felt when I was 20. And I think it's all in here. And that's not saying like just think positively. It's been a battle. It's been a journey. So yeah. Hey, come for the stream, stay for the life advice, eh? Jesus. Listen to me. I feel like what am I preaching to here? But no, I just love, I was a teacher, right? So I was a flight instructor. That was my thing. And I genuinely loved teaching. I didn't get into flying thinking I was going to be a flight instructor. I had no idea that teaching was a thing that I was any good at or could do. But a huge part of teaching people isn't just getting the knowledge across, it's actually setting up the environment and setting them up in their head that they can learn, that they can actually figure something out, they can get through it, they can succeed. It sounds trite, but it's 100% true. The best teachers are the ones who can like not only are knowledgeable but can foster that environment. Yeah, I don't know how I got onto teaching there, but whatever. Okay, what am I doing now? I'm going platform arm. So we're going to create another part. The part is a group of bodies in FreeCAD. So what we are going to do here with the platform arm is create a new body in it. This is one reason why I stream as well, because I tend to talk through what I'm doing and it actually helps me focus as well. So platform arm, we're going to create this. How are we going to do this? I think I can do this out of primitives as well, which is always a good thing. So I want to see where the origin is. That is completely in the wrong place. So I want to adjust that. How do you adjust that? Oh, I've got to transform this, right? Started Discord. I have. Look, I'm going to be honest. As you say, you know, there's always so much to do, right? And I haven't like, I have not done any of the wider marketing or branding or anything like that. I have wanted to be getting on with these projects, so I've just kind of been doing them, and it's at some point it's going to bite me in the butt. I'm going to have all this content, and I'm going to have like no structure, nothing to base it on. I think you're 100% right, and I do have a Discord, but but it is not set up. I've got literally nothing in there. So I've got some channels. Here's my old Discord, actual Kiwis, which has some stuff. It's got people chatting. We had people chatting and all that sort of thing, which was great. But yeah, the mess Discord, I want to be good. I want it to be a good place, and I want to put some thought into it. I need to schedule in the time to do that. Yeah, so you're 100% right. I love Discord. Like, I think Discord's great. It's good. Good community place. If it's done right. And this is, I mean, this is part of the battle, isn't it? There's limited hours in the day, and I still have a full-time job. Like, I'm still a slave to the man, you know? So, maybe I'll do it this side. I always do this round the wrong way. For some reason, my mind wants to look at the object from the front left, but FreeCAD actually considers the front right to be kind of the correct positive angle here. So I should really start trying to get used to that. We'll transform this a bit. We'll chuck it over here. That should be right. Yeah, that's good. Okay, now I can create the sketch on this plane. Turn that off. Oh no, it's a body first we need, and then in the body, this is going to be, I don't know if I needed a part for this, but I'm going to do it anyway. Create a sketch. Now I need a center point here, which will be about there. I don't know what that distance is, but I'm going to put a point there just roughly for now. And then I will turn off the thing that's in my way. Tripod mount. There we go. Turn that off. And I will lock that in place as kind of my center point for this. But yeah, I appreciate your chats today, Space Cowboy. It's been nice. Pretty lonely streaming. Well, I mean, I'm saying lonely streaming to no one. I'm not streaming for, as I said, I'm not streaming for the fame or fortune or anything. But you know, what's the, like? After all, we stream to share it with people, don't we? So it is nice to have somebody around. What did I just do? Oh man, I always push escape when I shouldn't push escape in this software, and it throws me out. Okay, so we're sketching. What I need to do, I said I was going to use a primitive here, but maybe not. Maybe I'll just keep going with the sketch. So I can adjust this hole later. This would be like a maybe we need a slot shape for the arm. I'll make it 50 mil for a start, 0 degrees, and we'll make the is that radius? It is radius. So we'll make the radius like, how wide do I want it? I've got my ruler around here somewhere, so 15, 20. $15 mil, I reckon. Cool. See, that's too much. I can already tell because it's interfering with the bottom. Am I Australian? No, I'm a Kiwi from New Zealand. So Australia's next Tasmania, or I don't know, Australia too, Lord of the Rings, Mount Doom, etc. Yeah, no, Kiwi. How do Kiwis feel about being conflated with Aussies? It's a love-hate relationship. No, it's fine. It's makes a lot of sense. Like it's actually a public holiday right now, called Anzac Day, which is Australia New Zealand Army Corps. So during World War II, or was it World War One? Maybe both. I should know. It's our own history. So during the wars, Australia and New Zealand fought, you know, like our defense forces joined and sort of fought side by side. So Anzac Day is a day to remember those who died during the war. Yeah, and there's still a few veterans of that time left. So yeah, no, we get on fine most of the time. We love Australians. Australians love us most of the time. So very competitive with sports. I'm not a sports person myself. I'm not really that into sports, but when it comes to like cricket and rugby, there's a lot of competition there. Netball as well. Yeah. Okay, so that's an arm. So now platform arm, we've got the tripod mount, and now I'm going to create another part called camera plate. And camera plate is going to be based on top of the arm here. So I need to transform this into the right place as well. Start making in the right place. And the camera plate is going to be a solid, all one piece. So yeah, see, what I wonder is, like, if I drag this into there, get rid of the part, like the body, call this platform arm. I think because like these have got multiple parts in them, right? Platform arm is literally, it's just a body, so I don't think I need to wrap that in a part. If you're a videographer, person who enjoys some films as well, yeah, so again, like, you know, imposter syndrome is really is a real thing. And like, I remember some absolute film buffs who I worked with, and they were just like, oh, have you seen this, like, French Sundance Film Festival 4th place prize, best, insert some random genre here that I've never heard of. And I was like, oh, tell me about it, you know, like, it was, oh yeah, but okay, so I'm not at that kind of level, but I do love film. Yes, I absolutely I do love a good movie. I remember the first movie, and it's a really, really super cliche one, but one of the first movies where I started learning that there was a layer deeper than kind of just what you see on screen. There is more to it, and this is hats off to my high school English teacher, because he was the one who could kind of open my eyes to it, was Shawshank Redemption, right? And the idea of telling a story and story structure and non-cliche metaphor. Like, I mean, there were some cliche metaphors in there for sure now, but it was yeah, I love that. And yeah, that teacher was foundational in my love for storytelling and movies and stuff like that. So always the cool English teachers, shout out to them. Yeah. Dead Poets Society, right? Another good one. I don't know, what's your favorite? You got some favorites? So camera plate, I think camera plate is going to be a part actually, because I think this is going to be made out of multiple bodies. So we're going to start just with the plate itself. And this origin, I don't understand, why is the origin of this plate not in the same place as the origin? Oh, maybe it is. I just didn't. Okay, I can work with this actually. Right in the center there is not the worst thing in the world. That might actually work for me. And how am I going to do this? I'm going to do a sketch on that plane. We're going to create another one of these. Oh, no, we're not. No, because that's not what I did last time. So I'm going to try and keep it consistent. I'm going to use an additive box again. And the additive box, I should do it over here. Damn it. Dang it. Got to be like only is it 0.2 mil? Because I use 0.2 a lot for 3D printer tolerance. No, even less than that, 0.1. Yeah, that's it. Okay, why 0.1? It's a bit strange. Anywho, oh, I didn't even need that. Oh, not sitting on that. It's built on this. Anyway, hard to choose a favorite. Drive with Ryan Gosling. Yes, I do know that. I do know that movie. I watched it not too long ago, actually. Yeah, I do remember that. That's a good movie. Ryan Gosling's pretty good, eh? He's like, something about him. He's one of those, I think it's his face, you know, he's got one of those faces that you can't always take seriously. He always looks like he's kind of got this like smirk, like he's making a joke, or like, I don't know, maybe that's autism speaking or something, I'm not sure, but like he's I always feel like he's memeing or something. I don't know. Wait, what did I just do? I broke it, that's what I did. Ah! I'm breaking it. Okay, this is not working. I don't want that origin. I want this origin here. Yeah, okay, I think, and this just reverses some of these measurements, so I've got to change that to 5 and that to... What? Okay. Wish this said XYZ, the primitive parameters, and I wish the XYZ changed depending on... Oh no, that doesn't make sense. Okay, whatever. Anyway. He is awesome. The last of a dying breed of leading men on Hollywood you can't get anymore. Maybe. Maybe. I hope not. I think, I mean, you know, generations and time will tell. What about what did you think of the June movies? Being somewhat recent. I'm a bit of a sci-fi nerd as well, so we're gonna fillet these. June was brilliant, particularly part 2, wasn't it? I mean, could it have been better? I don't think so. I actually think, I mean, I don't like saying perfect, but in terms of filmmaking, yeah, a filmmaker's dream, right? So maybe storytelling, maybe pacing at times, I'm not sure, but even then, I think, I don't know, I really don't have much that I would like complain about. Yes, that's true. And look, I mean, this is always the case, right? Like, I mean, maybe we can name a few modern masterpiece movies that do absolute justice to the book, but book, written word, and screen storytelling are completely different mediums. You can't just copy and paste one into the other, right? It just doesn't work. And let's be honest, the June source material, I mean, we saw what happened in the 1980s June. Was it David Lynch? Did he do was it him? I can't remember. Yeah, it was David Lynch. Yeah. So, I mean, I love David Lynch. Like, and freaking Twin Peaks and all that is, you know, so bizarre. It's just great. But the characters are just awesome. And yeah, so yeah, R.I.P. for sure. But we missed. But yeah, it's, what was I saying? I don't know. Yeah, the original source material was pretty freaking weird. So I think he did a great job of Denis Villeneuve, or however you say it. We've seen the light. Willem Dafoe. How do you say it? Willem Dafoe and Robert Pattinson. Robert Pattinson is a bizarre dude. He is like, he's pretty off the wall sometimes, in a good way. Like, he's hilarious, actually. Like, seeing him off camera and like in these, he's got this yeah, he's hilarious. And he just tells these outrageous stories, and like people come out and they're like, wait, what? They're like, sorry, that distorted. And like, he's just been lying. Like, been cool to see him become one of the best leading men. Yeah, for sure. The Lighthouse, though, actually, this is terrible. Hang on, I don't know. I have not seen this, and I really want to, because I remember it's on my list. I have a list, of course, of movies that I need to watch. Look at them. They look so great. Oh my god. Okay, this is a different one. Different or the same? I love lighthouses though. Like, just that Lighthouse is bizarre. I mean, fine, I love bizarre movies. I absolutely adore bizarre movies as well, as long as they make sense, as long as they're not just taking the piss, as long as they actually are telling a story. I love a bit off the wall. I mean, Wes Anderson movies, right? You know, cinematography, Wes Anderson, everyone talks about it. And yeah, And have you seen Snowpiercer? Another bizarre movie about class. Like, talk about on the nose metaphor. Like, if you want an on the nose metaphor, this is the movie for you. But oh my gosh, she is just the best. She is so funny. Ah, Tilda Swinton. He's so good. Good Korean filmmaker, yeah, yeah. Bong Joon-ho. Sorry, Bong Joon-ho. Oh, Ho. I don't know how to say it. Oh, that scene is awful. Ugh. What is with this weird image processing? Like AI, but overly sharpened or something, I don't know. But yeah, they made a TV show out of it as well. Him and Robert Pattinson just make a movie together. I can 100% see it, and I'm going to watch The Lighthouse like in the next couple of days because yeah, I think I'll like it. Good, but very on the nose. Yeah. I literally a hierarchy of class down a train. And I mean, heck, first class in an aircraft, you know, I mean, it's not like we hide it. It's not like it's hidden in real life either, you know? So, yeah, I don't know. It's pretty funny. Okay, so the next part here I'm going to add is a look at me trying to stay on target. Star Wars reference. Gotta love Star Wars. Andor Season 2 is out. Oh, I'm looking forward to watching that. Some of the Star Wars spin-offs have been awful, but I really, really, really enjoyed Andor. I loved it. It was incredible. Amazing filmmaking as well. Just incredible acting. You haven't seen Andor? Oh, I loved Andor. I just... all the Star Wars spin-offs. It is my favorite by a mile. It is masterful. It's dirty. It's gritty. It's what I feel like. I don't know. Yeah, I really feel like it was a good job of bringing the Star Wars universe to reality. Like, it felt real. It just felt so real. I feel like the Japanese show Star Wars more love, you know? Yeah, that's nice. Speaking of Japanese, are you a fan of any like animes or you know, like Studio Ghibli and Ghibli, whatever the heck it is? I don't know. Should really learn that stuff. I shouldn't just say whatever the heck it is, because it's like somebody's life. In Y direction, Z direction. And you're not distracting me, by the way. I'm distracting myself, really. I do have to get better at talking and working at the same time if I'm going to actually be productive in this. So just be aware as well, like, I appreciate your follow, and I do this as well. I talk myself out of things. But I do very different stuff as well on stream. Like I some days I'll be programming, so it'll be looking at code. I'll still be talking through what I'm doing. But it's all part of the wider maker sort of deal that I'm going for. So we'll go 5 mil for that. Angelian. I think I have seen that. Mini. Oh, no. This is one I have not seen, actually. I didn't, like, honestly, It's weird because I play, holy crap, 100%. 8.5. Okay. Yeah. Alright, maybe I need to watch this. The mecha thing, like, I never internalized. Like, I get it, like, I'm not anti it, but I've never, like, internalized it. There was the one, what was the one with the brothers? I did watch that. You'll know it. Probably. Very famous, like, very famous. My brain's just not thinking of it right this second. Full Metal Alchemist. Is that it? Yeah, I don't know. That was a bit more of a kid. I don't know. Was it a kid's one? It was pretty violent, wasn't it? Anyway, I will put that on my list too. A deconstruction of the mecha genre. Right, okay. Interesting. Yeah, I mean, I should expose myself to different things, you know. That's the way to, and it's not like it's that off the wall for me, to be honest. But like, I think I would probably like it. 40 mil. Okay, that's about right. So at the moment, this design is incredibly blocky and disgusting, because I'm blocking it out. Like, I can come back and I can add fillets and rounded edges and all that sort of stuff later on. Like, these rounded edges are actually there for a practical purpose, because if they were square, it would interfere, it would hit like the base here. Not that you'd be pivoting this at this point, but like, this one here needs to be rounded to work. If it was square, you wouldn't be able to lift it up. So I had to round those now for practical purposes. But the aesthetic design, I will work on that after I've got the base design sorted out. Now, I feel like having this sort of center mounted might be the best way to go. Or make it matched up with that edge there. Slightly off center, but the reason why is, where's the maximum weight? The maximum weight of a camera is in the lens, usually, by far. And the pivot point of a camera is usually right under the body of the camera. So the torsion of the camera, it's going to want to twist towards the lens. So really what I want to do is I actually want to set this back. I want to set this back in the other direction a little bit, because if I can have the weight of the body of the camera behind the pivot point, then the lens will balance it out. It'll be a little bit more balanced. If there's an anime you need to watch, it's, how do you say it? Evangelion? 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 Because it's like evangelist, right? Evangelion. Jelly? I don't know. Evangelion. 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 Jesus.
Evangelion.
Evangelion. Galleon?
Evangelion.
Cafe quality coffee is one touch away. With
Don't
a
show me
DeLonghi
coffee
automatic
ads,
machine.
please.
Simply touch
I'm down to one a day. Okay.
and enjoy. Barista
Yeah,
quality
disgusting.
coffee with one touch.
No,
by
it's not
DeLonghi.
barista quality coffee. No.
Both of which are correct. Evangelion, although some say it all correct. Evangelion.
Evangelion.
Say it also as Evangelion. But generally in English, Evangelion. And now you know. Here are more videos on correct using vocabulary that too many mispronounce, so make sure to stay tuned to the channel. How
This is a very weird channel with a very weird voice. I'm not sure if I like it. Hmm?
do you say it? Two slightly different ways of
Evangelion.
pronouncing it, both of which are correct.
Oh, that's pretty funny. Yeah. Dracula. Yes. Very good. All right. Let's go. Okay. Let's put a. I don't need to do anything to this at the moment because I think it's fine. Now, what I do want to do is find a model of an Osmo Mobile, Osmo Pocket STL. Let's have a look. We got Yegi, we got printables, Pulse 3D, Maker World. I just want a reference. Well, that music's got loud, hasn't it? What about Yegi? Is the Yegi the one you have to pay for? I can't remember. Look at me being cheap. Osmo Pocket. Ooh, little sunshade. That's cute. I'll totally make that. I actually just want the Osmo Pocket 3 as the model. STL Finder, open in Bamboo Studio. All right, this is Bamboo Labs. So I wonder if I can just download this as the STL. I can. Beautiful, but it doesn't have the tripod base on it. Maybe I can download that separately. Download, yeah, I'll just go for the STL. OBJ or STL. I don't know, go for STL, it doesn't matter, it doesn't have to be perfect. Slide to complete the puzzle. You beat 99% of users, yes! You need to buy an ND filter for your Mini 4, yeah, NDs are a necessity, eh? I've got some circular polarizer NDs for my Osmo, and yeah, they do a pretty good job. Like, they're good. I lost one. I lost my ND8 circular polarizer, so I need to buy another one. But they're expensive to buy separately, and it's really annoying. Like, they're really cheap to buy. They're really cheap to buy as a pack. Well, not cheap. Like, if you divide the number of filters by the pack price, it was like nearly 90 New Zealand dollars, which is what, like 50 or 60 freedom dollars or something, I'm not sure. But Osmo Pocket 3 tripod mount. Mound? Oh, no, not mound. Thank you very much. Mount. Let's go. But yeah, ND4s are great. I got when I bought my Air 2, my drone, it was the Fly More combo, and it came with some DJI ND filters, which it's almost like the cameras. It's almost like that one, because it's a pretty old drone now, the Air 2. It's sorry, Sorry, I'm getting distracted. It's, yeah, very old, and it's almost unusable without ND filters in bright daylight. You just can't get the right sort of shutter speed without ND filters, and it's a real pain. Oh man, are you serious? There's no models of this around. I definitely don't want to model this myself. Oh shivers, is that the time? How long have I been streaming? Nearly 2 hours. Okay, I'll keep going for just a few more minutes, but I've got to go out soon, take my daughter out, shops, get out of the house. Osmo Pocket 3 tripod mount, STL. Is that what it's even called? Sketchfab. Sketchfab. That's the site I was trying to think of. This has saved my bacon so many times. This looks like the same one that I've... Yeah, I mean, obviously it's going to look the same. Here we go. Is this... Oh, this is somebody's done a somebody's done like a scan capture.
Hello everyone, I'm MJ Boyle. Welcome back to another video. In this video, my grandpa is here because it's his birthday.
Is that the music? It is. That was weird. Music. Thought a video was playing in the background.
I'm gonna ask him some questions. So, first question. What is your name?
Grandpa.
How old are you today?
What do they even call that part down the bottom there? Oh, this is frustrating. I don't know. Maybe maybe I should just create a simple box to emulate it. So it'd be about like that, right? But then, like, if I go back to my model and I turn on the assembly. Oh, yikes, man. That is so tall. So I have to, like, if I look at this, if I go into the assembly, I drag that all the way up, it barely is tall enough. And even then, okay, so I think I'm going to have to flip this around. I think I'm actually going to have the hinge at the back. I'm going to have the hinge at the back. Because I need to get this like right in close if I'm using the Osmo. Or I need to think about maybe actually just being able to attach it directly to this plate here. So if I made this mount thing for a regular camera, and then you could like mount the Osmo here or something. So if I could go transform like that, that's much better. Yeah, that works. I could do that. I need to... Cool. All right. Well, I didn't get a lot done. But I might stream again today because I really want to get this project finished. I really want to get this printing. I really want to try it out. I need to use it. So yeah, I'll probably continue on with this project later, but I'll probably focus, like I say, I'll probably focus. What time zone are you in, Space Cowboy? Ugh. Oh, my camera is super bright in this light. 9:38 p.m. p.m. Right. 8 hours ahead, so you're in America somewhere, are you? What would that be? You'll be on the East Coast? Yeah, East Coast. Right. Yeah. So nice. Cool, cool. Awesome. New York. Probably not. I mean, there's a lot of places on the East Coast. Where have I been? Where have I been? Actually in Kentucky. Nice. Oh, but you live in Colorado. Colorado. Is that a nice... Is that a pretty state? I seem to... Wait, what's in Colorado? Denver. I don't know. I don't know my... There are a lot of mountains. Yes, yeah, that's right. It is a mountainous state. Yeah, which is beautiful. Like, that's cool, right? Yeah, so yes, pretty. Nice. I have videography, right? There you go. Hey, come to New Zealand. South Island. Amazing. You'd love to live in New Zealand? Yeah, I mean, it's got its moments. It does. Like, I live in the Big Smoke. I grew up here on the East Coast in these towns. So like if I go somewhere nice out in the country, Deepahui's quite pretty. Like, I don't know, let's just pick a random place on one of the... Yeah, I mean, there you go. That's New Zealand countryside. Bit of forestry, bit of... I mean, no, it gets wilder than that, actually. If I go into Taupo. Here's some fun wild roads to drive. Wild. So this is the North Island. This is one of the crazy country roads. Beautiful streams everywhere and blue skies and sunshine. It's pretty nice. It gets wilder than that too. That was just around... Yeah, very green. It is very green. And then you've got different places, like over here is very flat. Very flat, except you have... And you can't see it here. There's a giant mountain. Giant volcano. Yeah, there you go. Mount Taranaki. Very picturesque. And then in the middle of the North Island, is that Mount Doom? You got it. You got it. And then in the North Island, this is also Lord of the Rings scenery. Mount Ruapehu, that's an active volcano. Mount Narahoe, which is also an active volcano and was sometimes Mount Doom. And then Mount Tongariro, which is kind of that flat one in the background, which is also a volcano. So there's 3 volcanoes in a row there. And this is the, they call this the desert road. It's because it looks deserty, but it's actually extremely cold during the daytime. Yeah. So it's a country of a lot of contrast. I live up this way in Auckland, which is our city, our bigger city by some stretch. If I go on the bridge, you can see there's a bridge part of the city there. Big smoke. Isn't that big, but you know, big enough. Big area, Auckland. A lot of different areas stretched out all in this, like, well, they call it the isthmus, like an island but not an island. And then in the South Island, oh boy, the South Island, here you go. Here's Lake Tekapo. I mean, just doesn't do it justice, you know, but like, it is absolutely stunning. Like, what are some things you don't like or would change about New Zealand? Public transport is awful getting around, especially between towns. Like, we've got no train services. There are buses. Public transport in Auckland is getting slightly better, but elsewhere it's poor to non-existent. And cost of living is very high in Auckland. It's quite expensive. Rent and food, groceries is pricey. Elsewhere in New Zealand it's a bit better, but Auckland is especially expensive. Our government is, they just don't get on with things. They just like don't. They can do things so much faster, but they just bicker and nothing gets done. It takes, and they blow out budgets on everything, roading projects, transport projects. But honestly, we've got amazing public health care. Like, I don't have to worry about getting sick. Like, if I get sick, I'll be looked after, and I don't have to worry. I don't have to worry about paying for it. There are pros and cons to public health care, I know, but like, and if I want to go private, I can. I don't know. It's pretty good here, really. Like, when if I zoomed out and looked at it, it's a pretty damn good place to live. It really is. It really is. I love other countries as well. Like, and we've got no history. We don't have a lot of history here. Even the Maori, who, like, the Aboriginals in Australia, were some of the first settlers here, who came down through the archipelagos. We think like through the Cook Islands, or they came down like through Papua New Guinea, Australia, down through the islands. The healthcare system, yeah, right. I've heard about it. I mean, I hate, like, you know, hate talking politics and all. Hate talking politics, and you know, it's not my jam. It's not my thing. Go watch Hassan for politics, or. But I understand. And just the division. I think the division, what I'm seeing from somebody zoomed out and looking at America from afar, it feels, and obviously this is what you only see in the media. I know that families still sit around the dinner table and they can have different beliefs and get on beautifully, but like, yeah, the division seems very it's completely and totally okay. So you're saying that it's honestly what it looks like as well, and it's really sad. It is honestly heartbreaking. It is it's not nice to watch. It's really sad. It's just, and you can see the fear in it. You can see what's driving it. You can see there's just this, nobody really knows what the solution is and how to, like, there's some very deep problems that run culturally deep that are still there, and nobody's got a real solid answer, so people latch on and grab hold of whatever they can that's afloat at the time and get totally like sunk in it and want this message of hope and this make the country great again, you know. So look, I get it, I actually get it, you know, like, but yeah, seeing the division is sad, because it's a beautiful country, and it's a very diverse country. It's so diverse, like you've got so much going for you, and it's a place there's a lot of places with a lot of culture. I know a few Americans very well. I love them. I really want to go back there. I went when I was a young kid, but I really want to go back there again. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, you're right. It's a fractured country. I hope it can heal. As the world's changing around it, you know. Anyway, where did you visit? Well, I started off in LA, which probably wasn't, you know, the best place to start off. But started off in LA, went to Disneyland and did all that stuff as a kid. We went up to San Francisco. We had a look there, and then we flew to so really I've been nowhere. I mean, this is what I'm saying. So like we started so basically California, right? So did California, and then we flew across to where the heck did we go? Because we went to Toronto afterwards. So we went up into Canada. I think we went to Chicago. Yeah, we did. We went to Chicago. That's right. Yeah. Chicago, and then we went across to Toronto. And saw like Niagara Falls from the Canada side, which I thought was super cool, that there was like literally a bridge across America and Canada. Is so cool. Yeah. And then New York, and then, but there's, what's that? No, was it New York, or was it just the, the problem is I haven't spent any time in New York, so we went there as a, or around the area as a, was it close, maybe close to Philadelphia? Where's the big airport around here? There's a big airport, where it is, but anyway, yeah, and then from there we flew, I think, to the UK, where all my family, yeah, JFK, that'll probably be it. Yeah, and then we flew to England, which is where all my extended family, we went to Heathrow, where all my extended family is. Yeah. Anyway. Pleasure. Yeah, really nice to meet you, cowboy. Thanks for having chats and hanging out, and yeah, keep an eye out, come back whenever you want, leave whenever you want. Appreciate the follow. Tell your friends. No, I'm kidding. But no, it's good. And yeah, I will over time, this channel and what I'm doing will grow into something more. I just want to start. I just needed to start somewhere, and I want to get these projects done. Seem like a good guy. I try my best. That's all we can do, right? Just try our best. So yeah, thanks again, and Bit of shoot off. See you around. I don't even have an outro screen at the moment. How bad this is. I don't think I do. Do I? I don't. I don't actually have an outro screen. Gotta sort that out. Alright. See you later. Where's the stop button? There it is.